You remember Star Wars The Acolyte, don't you? Easily the most stunning and brave of all the Star Wars productions.
Power of one, the power of two, the power of many.
Yeah, that show, with the force-wielding lesbian space witches and impressively bland writing, which ran for 8 episodes before being cancelled. It holds a 19% Rotten Tomatoes score for audiences, but of course, by comparison, critics loved it, because of course they did. Well, it turns out this show may have been an even bigger flop than we first thought. This article is from Comic Basics. Star Wars The Acolyte's budget turns out to be much higher than first reported. Star Wars The Acolyte, the Disney Plus spin-off set during the High Republic era, cost far more to make than originally reported. While early estimates put the budget at $180 million, which I think was high enough as it was, new filings reveal that the total expenditure actually reached $230.8 million at current rates. Disney confirmed the 10.5% increase in costs ahead of the show's release last year. Honestly, where the money goes on these shows, I will never know. I mean, given the look of the show, just how it looks, I would have thought $120 to maybe $150 million, something like that. But $230 million for what was an 8-episode TV show is just ridiculous. But mind you, having said that, Amazon spent like $1 billion on The Rings of Power. And that's also an 8 episodes per season show. So maybe The Acolyte's budget isn't that bad. It just further underlines how wasteful Hollywood has become. If you divide $230.8 million by 8, you get 28.85. So basically almost $29 million per episode for The Acolyte. $29 million basically per episode. Staggering. So the article goes on to say, while the series did not meet Disney's expectations, the final budget shows just how expensive high-profile Star Wars productions have become. The Acolyte's high costs highlight the challenge of balancing ambitious storytelling with financial realities in the streaming era. Yes, indeed, and we've talked for quite some time about how Disney's production budgets for films and television shows have just become ridiculously huge. And whether it's Star Wars or the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the budgets are often so massive that they struggle to recoup their costs. They struggle to just break even, let alone make a profit. In the case of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, recent flops have included Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, The Marvels, Captain America: Brave New World, Thunderbolts, and Fantastic Four: First Steps. It's really mounting up now, isn't it? Another example of a Disney property that bombed financially was Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny from 2023. The film that saw Indy emasculated by his goddaughter. He was really shown up by that character on multiple occasions. His son is killed off, and his marriage is ended. Wow, when you think about it, sounds close enough to what happened to another of Harrison Ford's iconic characters, Han Solo, before he was killed off by his son, Kylo Ren. Yeah, Harrison Ford's most famous characters, Han Solo, Rick Deckard, and Indiana Jones, haven't had the easiest time of it when they return many years after their prime, you know? They're usually world-weary, broken, traumatized, alone, depressed, and cynical men having lost everything or everyone close to them. So anyway, Dial of Destiny was also a bigger box office bomb than we first thought. This article is from Superhero Hype. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny's massive budget revealed. And it is certainly a massive budget. It says, how much did Disney spend to make Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny? According to the recent filings released by Disney, the studio actually spent $419 million for the production of Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, making it one of the most expensive movies ever made. But you would never have known that by watching it. Before this, it was initially reported that the movie cost around $300 million, which was ridiculously massive enough. $419 million? What? This new revelation confirmed that the movie's box office earnings weren't able to surpass its total budget. During its theatrical run, the final Indiana Jones movie earned a worldwide gross of $384 million. $419 million to make Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. How could that film have cost that much? How? Somebody please explain this. I mean, seriously, what are they spending the money on here? I mean, certainly when it comes to the MCU, usually the inflated budgets are caused by, extensive reshoots. We've talked about that a lot. But $419 million to make Dial of Destiny, the worst film in the Indiana Jones series by a lot. Just a reminder of its box office performance. As per Box Office Mojo, you can see here, it made only $383.9 million. So basically $384 million worldwide. Studios don't see all of that, of course, so it didn't even match its budget. So this is one of the most expensive films of all time. It is a massive flop. How much longer is Disney going to continue to make such expensive movies? It seems they have basically unlimited funds to throw at these films. I mean, the whole point of having a budget for a movie, right, is that you actually budget the costs. So you're trying to do things economically to restrain expenditure as much as possible. This way, you give yourself the best possible chance of the movie breaking even and hopefully turning a profit. But not a hope in this case, not even remotely close. A huge failure. And it should never have been made. I mean, it was just ridiculous, the idea of Harrison Ford coming back over the age of 80 to play Indiana Jones again, to play an action star. I'm one of those people who thinks that even though Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull wasn't a great film, it was enjoyable enough. It was definitely the weaker of what was then 4 movies. But this 5th film, Dial of Destiny, is a disaster. Not only was it a weak movie, but it was a huge financial failure. $419 million. It's just extraordinary. I mean, when you watch this film, there's nothing on screen that suggests that this is a movie over $400 million. There's nothing that suggests it's a movie over $200 million. Somebody justify that expenditure to me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell to be notified of future updates. Please share the video out there. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.